Hi, my name is Karishma Shahani Khan and I have a label called Kasha. I hope everyone's doing well in this time that's a bit strange where we're not sure what's going to happen or how we're going to be moving forward. But in the meanwhile, as we connect digitally, I'm here today to show you a small little fun activity with what you can do with your old t-shirts, and it involves a bit of macrame. Macrame is essentially a hand knotting technique which is used to create rugs and decorative items and throws. So to begin with, for the macrame we would ideally need cords which we will then knot. I will show you a few techniques in those later. But to start off, how do you actually create something that we call a t-shirt yarn? And I've created this using one of my son's old t-shirts. So this is the size of what I got. I'm going to show you how to cut up a t-shirt yourself, so you can try this at home. And the good thing about the way this one is cut is that it gives you a continuous running meter. Of course, it has like in a few places where we've knotted it to put it together, but it's one of the best options for something that we could do at home and make use of stuff that was either old or not possible to use for various reasons. But the good thing about that kind of continuous yardage of yarn is that that's the only wastage that we have from it, and we obviously think that's a good thing because that means you're not actually disposing that much away. So to start off, what you need to do is just get your scissors and any old t-shirt. I'm using a men's t-shirt over here. We're going to divide into three parts, which is basically we will cut off the top up to about here, get this portion separated from your two sleeves, and then you'll have the bottom. So it's actually four parts. Starters, you need to basically cut from below this armhole to below that armhole. So if you already know how to knit or do crochet at home, you can actually use the same yarn to make knitted cardigans and sweaters, or just to crochet something up. In this, we have to cut away the sleeve. And the technique that we're trying right now is stuff that you will be able to, probably you can get yourself a slightly bigger table than what I have right now. That may be helpful also. Yeah, we have to also remove the neckband out. This is a piece that we will not be using. Take that away. Now what you need to do with this, fold it over. This fabric that I have, this t-shirt is not very thick, so I'm going to just cut out strips that are about a quarter of an inch. You can mark these out at even distances. And what you need to do is you need to cut all the way up, but you need to stop short. Stop about an inch and a half away from the end of this. Okay, so this is a part of it. You have the sleeves. What you can also do is you can open up this. If you look at this at the bottom hem, you have a lot of fabric that's been folded in. So if you want to, which you should want to, increase the length of your piece by even half an inch, you can actually just cut away this seam and cut it open. This folded in half, right? Fold it over this much more, about 3/4 more, in line with each other. Do the same thing with our main body of our t-shirt. With this also I have done the same at the bottom, where I've opened up the bottom hem and start cutting these two. We need to open this up. Start from the bottom, cut it slightly diagonally upwards. So this becomes our first bit. So let this one go up diagonally and match this guy. Of course, you can be a lot neater than me, so I'm sure you will. This is the end that we have, and yeah, that's pretty long and nice. The same logic applies to your smaller pieces also. There are many ways you can join the different pieces that you have together. You can either sew them up if you have access to a sewing machine, or you can hand sew them also, or you can also make small knots in them, which could then go into your crochet macrame pieces and be hidden at the back. Here is one of the simpler knots of macrame. It's called the square knot, and it's one of the basic ones that we're going to even use to eventually make our little bag. So what I'm going to do is, for starters, I'm going to take one of the pieces, one of the strips that I have made, and you fold it into half, right? And you need to attach it onto this. So it could come from the back and then it loops inside. Now to make our square knot, what we need to do is, so this is my first cord, my second cord, my third cord, my fourth cord, right? I take the first cord, I cross it over my second and third cord, and my fourth cord goes over it. The fourth cord, I'm taking that under the two and over the first one. So what I get is, I get this little squarish loop which I pull till I reach the top, right? Now to complete this, what I need to do is, I started from this side and came here. Now I do the same thing from this side. So I take my fourth cord, I go over the two and under the one, right? And then I take the first cord and I go under the two and loop it through the last one and bring it to the front. So what I have now got is, I've got a square knot. If you see this, yeah? Let's do it once more on this. So now what you need to do is, take in your first, cross it over the two after it and take it under the fourth one, right? And then for my fourth one, I take it under the two and I loop it over the one. Same thing to complete it from this side. And I'm repeating it on this. This is how I got my first line ready, right? Now for the pattern that we want to follow, what we want to eventually do is, we want to start to connect all of these. For my second line, I will discard the first two and I will work with the second, third, fourth and fifth, which now become my next set of fours, right? So I do the same thing I did above. Next I move on to my next one. So do you see what starts to form here? Start to get a pattern. If I had a lot more on either side, I would just keep building my pattern and I would keep getting this interesting shape that would keep forming. So here is essentially the grid that we'll be working with. I've used two colors. I've used a lilac t-shirt and a pale blue t-shirt, so I've actually alternated them. Also, because the bag, we need a front and a back, so you'll see that in the pieces that I've knotted also, there is a part that's the front and a part that is going to be the back eventually. We're going to start with the first one in the same way that we made the square knot just before this. We will cross over the second and the third one, under the fourth one, and then take the fourth one, go under the second and the third one and loop it through the first one and pull it up, right? Then again take the fourth one, take it over the second and third one, under the fourth one, and then take the fourth one back under the second and third and loop it and bring it over the fourth one and then pull it up. This from here, take it off our ring, and then what I'm going to do is, on the base of my bag, I'm going to start to tie small fringes for fun. Yeah, so you can do this, not do this, that's up to you. Guy, what I have done is, after taking it off, I have essentially gathered all the fringes on the top end and I have divided them into two parts, held it all together, and I've wound it with some of my remaining fabric, and that's how it looks. The rough winding looks like that. It's probably not the neatest, but it's just to keep the whole thing in place. And then the idea is to take the remaining parts of the t-shirts that are left behind, that were the smaller parts, and open them up flat and then just wind the whole thing so everything neatens out entirely, so you get like a flat finish on the top, and that's about it. Honestly speaking, I would love to make a bigger bag. I think that the bigger the better, and I probably will get onto that after this. But I hope that you can use any of this stuff. Please, if you do make anything, send it to me. I would love to see it. And if you have any questions, please ask. Otherwise, like I said, in terms of for your really technical stuff about macrame and little bits and pieces that you want to learn more about or to see more techniques, you can always find things on YouTube. So happy making.